Hello everyone, notepad here from GAMESHARK with a video to teach you guys how to change the engine types of all of your characters to anything that you want. So those of you that are familiar with Crash Team Racing, you'll know that Nitro Fueled changed it to a Mario Kart-esque kind of style where you can play as any character and use any kind of engine. So Bowser can feel like Koopa Trooper can feel like Mario, etc. And Nitro Fueled also changed that as well. In the original version of the game, there were 5 character class types, 4 on NTSC and 5 on PAL. They were turn, balanced, acceleration, speed, and then Pentazone Special Max class for the PAL version. And with these cheat codes, you'll be able to change it so all of the racers have identical engines. That being, you can make all of the racers have all speed stats, you can have the racers have all acceleration stats, etc. So I'm going to be showing you how to do that. Just going to, first of all though, just show you how it works. So let's just take Polar as an example. Polar is a turn-based character, and a lap of Crash Cove with a turn-based character, you know, is probably me not being very good. I usually get about a 137, 138 with Polar. Right, so I'm just going to demonstrate. So this is him with his turn-based engine still. I'm just only going to do one lap, I'm not going to do the whole track, but just so you can see kind of what lap times I'm going to get with turn-based Polar. You can obviously skip ahead in the video if you just want to see how to implement the code and you're not interested to see if it's working or not. Alright, so you can see I've got like a 33.66 for lap 1. Yeah, I made a few mistakes and whatnot, but that's beside the point. So once you've opened the game anyway, you then need to escape out. You'll need to open the game anyway first to achieve what we're about to do. So you're going to escape out. Let me just check that it's still showing that it is. So then we've got this, the emulator. Mine's a epsxe 1.9.25 emulator, but it doesn't really matter what emulator you're using. But it does matter that you're using the NTSC version of the game. I don't currently have a working set of these codes yet for the PAL version. Most people play on NTSC anyway. So as a result, I haven't yet figured out the correct code for making all races like Pentapenguin. But first you're going to go to Options and Cheat Codes. And here you can see a list of some of the cheats that I've got. I've got Ripperoo being playable in Adventure Mode, got N-Oxide playable in Time Trial Mode, Enter in Adventure Mode, and then these are the ones that I'm looking at here. Speed Class All, Balance Class All, Acceleration Class All, Turn Class All. The Max Class All one doesn't work as of yet. I've still got to fiddle around with making all characters have Penta Class, but we'll get there eventually. Anyway, so to make a cheat code, it's really quite simple. I'm just going to give access now so it shows my notepad. So this notepad file, which for some reason is showing that. Alright, there we go. This notepad file, what you need to do is you need to open a notepad file or any text-based editor, and you need to name the file scus_944.26.txt. That is the epsxe emulator code name for the game, essentially. And at the top, I've got it listed here at CTR in brackets version 1, and that's just explaining the name of the version that these codes work on. So yeah, you can copy the Ripperoo Adventure Mode one if you want to play as Ripperoo Adventure Mode or something like that, but we're focusing on these codes at the bottom here. So if you activate this code here, and it's important you type it out exactly, I'll put them all in the description of this video. If you activate this code here, every single character will have the speed class. If you activate the balance class, of course all characters will be the same kind of speed as Crash and Cortex, sorry. Acceleration class all will be for being like Coco and Engine, And then turn class, all characters will feel like Polar and Pura. As I said, max class, just ignore that, it doesn't work as of yet. Still working on that one. So the way that we do this, once you've saved, once you've made this document and you've saved it, you'll probably need to close the emulator and reopen it. So let's imagine I've clicked File and Save, close this, and then you'd close the emulator and reopen it. So let's imagine I've done that. I go to then Options, Cheat Codes, and then I would select the one that I want. I'm going to demonstrate Speed class here. So I'm going to click on Speed class, click Enable, and then click OK. Then I'm going to run and reset my game. If you just click Continue into the game, then the cheat code will not work. I've tried that already. You need to actually reset the game to get this cheat code to work. So as I showed you earlier, Polar being a turn-based character, I'm usually getting like a 32-33 second lap. And with the engine change, I should be pushing like 30-second laps. I'm not really the best example to show off that this is working due to the fact I'm not particularly great at the game, but you feel an immediate shift in sort of like his turning ability. He feels a lot stiffer than before, and you also feel like a bit more of a growl from the engine. It's really hard to describe, but Polar and Pura, their engines sound quite nasally, kind of like a SpongeBob kind of sound, and Dingo's and Tiny's engines have a bit more of a grit to them. I'm just going to play all 3 laps here so you can see what time I get. With Turn Polar, I usually get like a 135, 134 if I do really well, and then with Speed Polar, I should be getting around a 130. It's only a minor difference for me because, as I said, I'm not great, but for you guys, it should make all the difference. And there we go. Not a particularly great time, but like that's a good time compared to turn-based Polar, where I'm usually getting like 32-33 second laps. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps. Consider dropping a like and subscribe. The reason why I went out my way to find out how to do this was because we're doing a time trial tournament at the moment, and we want it to all be different characters, but obviously that comes with disadvantages when comparing speed and turn characters in particular. Yeah, thank you guys, and see you in the next video.